general theme is how does it feel to be a hypocrite?
Right. Well, he sounds like a royal dirtbag.
I was wrong about something.
Magnificent! Magnificent! Magnificent!
If we can be with ourselves, if we can understand ourselves, we can love.
It's not my fault nobody can understand what you're saying.
Let's go while we're young.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, just introduce yourself and tell me what you ate for breakfast.
I didn't eat breakfast again. My name's Matt. Thanks for being here. Hashtag signs, if you can see that on the screen next to me. Someone said, sent me a message. Actually, I got a couple messages. I got to tell you a couple things. I want to share this one message with you. But the first one is that they said my shirt was like reversed, like mirror. So is anybody else seeing that? I don't know. I guess I'm not sure how that's possible or whatever, but if you're seeing that, let me know, because no, my shirt is not backwards or reversed or mirrored or whatever else, but maybe there's some sort of weird setting somewhere that someone has on their phone I can help them with, I guess. But the second message is we're getting into 7 signs a person's character is villainous, vicious, and vile, is how I phrased it, I suppose, is the best way to put it. And so we're going to look at 7 things. The message I got this morning was from a gentleman saying, okay, if you're going to identify those 7 signs, will you then actually have like maybe a few ways to connect with a person in a way that they will understand that they're, villainous, vicious, and vile? Or perhaps it could be essentially like ways to just totally exit from that, friendship or relationship. So that was good. So maybe we'll move right into that next. I want to say next, if you're here right now and you're new, or you're not new, this is something I need to ask a favor of you. Please, if you're here and you have no intentions of growing or getting better, leave. I really need to ask you that. I will not put up with people that are going to throw triggering words and messages at me and all this other stupid thing that y'all are doing right now because you want to cause division and you don't like something the way that it is and you won't self-reflect. Just get out of here. I don't want it. I don't want it in my life. I don't want it on the show. I certainly don't need to get silly messages when you're taking, a 10 or 15 second thing out of complete context where you're not looking at the entire picture. So if you're that way, if you have that intentions, like I've said before, shut the front door, go bother the neighbors. Because those of us who are here doing this are here because we want to grow. We want to get better. We want to connect with people that we don't always agree with. And that's okay to do that. So at any rate, let's get into it. We have hashtag signs. Please, if you've won before, go for it. Pass the gift off to somebody else. If you've won and you win again today or tomorrow or whatever, just that's fine. Another thing, come in, hashtag signs. Got to go take care of the kids. That still keeps you in the running. You do not have to be on the show at the moment, at the end, when we give the prize away. So with that said, 7 signs a person's character is villainous, vicious, and vile. We're going to do 2 today because that's all we're going to have time for. These are in no specific order. I haven't put them in a specific order, but I've really condensed this into a teaching that I have done over the years. And so this is really condensed to get this into the show. 1, again, no in specific order, controlling and cunning. If they are controlling and cunning. So villainous, vicious, and vile people want to get and maintain control over other people and situations. They want to just control the things in their lives completely. They will use manipulation tactics and cunning triggering phrases and words and just to get and keep people in their control. The goal is to get them in their control and then maintain control over people and then situations. They're not going to admit that they have faults, because it would then ruin, and we're going to talk about that in the next one a little bit more, but they'll never admit their faults, because that would ruin the illusion in their mind, that the illusion that they're in control. And so the goal of a villainous, vicious, and vile person is to basically cunningly control the way that you feel on the inside by manipulating how you feel on the outside, or things that are they're bombarding you with. As an example, you voted for an evil politician. You'll never be good. You'll never be in good shape. You'll never get the promotion. You'll never have anything good in your life. Things along those lines. They'll bombard you from the outside, so that that makes you feel a particular way on the inside, so that they can maintain that cunning control, essentially. So pushing against or outright defying the wishes of a villainous, vicious, and vile person will normally result in those basic cunning actions that they'll just take against you. They'll do things like if you have a shared account or something, they'll reduce your budget, or if you have a shared vehicle or whatever, things along those lines. They'll do things, and maybe even subtle ways. They'll try to make you feel a certain way on the inside. If it's a relationship, maybe they'll sleep on the couch and you really don't know why, and they'll just do that over and over again, or whatever. Number 2, so that we can keep moving and get this in 10 minutes, which we're not going to do, but a villainous, vicious, and vile person has zero moral compass. Well, at least a very small one. And there's nothing is ever their responsibility. It's always deflected upon circumstances, or they'll deflect it even on Donald Trump himself, even though they've never met him and they don't have any idea. And I think I say that as a joke, of course, but I think that you see and get the point. It's never anything that they're responsible for, that they have input in. It's somebody else. It's something else. And that's just the way it is. They'll do completely whatever they want. They won't take any responsibility, certainly for the pain that they cause other people or the hurt that they cause. As long as it makes them feel good, and that's really all that they care about. So that pain or hurt that they inflict on other people, it's just something that they will do, and they don't have any care for it, or at least it's not genuine empathy or care. They never think, or rarely think, about how their actions will impact other people. Whether that be you're going out to, say, a bar every 4 days a week or whatever. They won't think about the impact that has on their family or their community or whatever, by doing some of those things that getting behind the wheel while you've been drinking or intoxicated and things like that. Their actions, they don't care how it impacts anybody else. So the villainous, vicious, and vile will deflect any blame placed on them, or placed even on their circle, like their tribe, so to speak, even. They will rarely genuinely apologize or have empathy for anything, any situation or whatever. They think apologizing is a sign of weakness, which would then get rid of their control. They would rather have somebody else like you apologize for them, is something that for their mistakes or whatever. So while the true meaning of a villainous, vicious, and vile person is debatable, these are just signs, right? These are we all are guilty of it, really, of doing some of these things on occasion. But is their character that? So is that something that is in their character? And so we can debate about it, and it's hard to define in a lot of cases. But the truth is that you'll know and see that, pretty quickly. I mean, I've been manipulated over my life by people for sure. I have manipulated people in my life for sure, sometimes even on purpose, just to get what I wanted in the moment. And I really, truly hope and believe that that's not my character. But I think if we're going to, like I said at the beginning, if we're going to self-reflect, we've all done it. We've all done these things. And that's my self-reflection. And that's the thing digging into this is it's really been kind of revamping this, I suppose. It's really, really that reflection that I try to do whenever I speak about any topic is definitely hit me, and I've understood myself better. I guess I have quite a few, more notes here and things, but we'll wrap it up. I'll maybe talk about some of that tomorrow. I'll stop with this. Any good that's left within these people, it's really easy to be overtaken, right? So we need to set boundaries. I've talked about boundaries on the morning show and stuff before, and we need to set those boundaries. And I guess I'll leave it there for today, but we'll get into some more of those things tomorrow. So signs, real quick, if you haven't done it yet, throw signs in there and we'll get this giveaway. Today's giveaway, I'm sorry, I just realized, Shiny Brand coffee, whole bean coffee, smells delicious. Can you smell it? Anyway, no, you can't, right? Here we go. Let's see what we got. If I put the hashtag in here so you guys have it. I'll just redo it real quick if you're watching live right now. Look, I won. So we're going to draw again. Hang on. Minnesota girl wins. So I will get that mailed out to you. Again, thanks so much, everyone. Keep the messages coming. If you think it's worthy, share this with somebody. I really have appreciated the growth of the show. It's been very, very consistent in its numbers and analytics, and that's not because of me. That's because of you, and I really appreciate that. So, I'll leave you with this. I hope that you have a blessed Tuesday. Life is really hard. I really understand that, and I hope that this is helpful to you to get through that. Digging into these things, it takes a lot of time, but it's been very, very helpful for me. And just communicating some of these things that I learned with other people is just a bonus. So if you feel worthy, hammer the like button and send this to a friend. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6:30. Thank you.
You know what I just saw?
Who is this guy?
I call myself Podcast because of my podcast.
I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear.
So it's done.
It's done.